you doing?
Good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today.
Precinct Caucuses.
Precinct Caucuses, yes. Let's find out a little bit more about them. I think the people listening are probably asking, what exactly is a precinct caucus?
Yes, well, hopefully you've heard of them. The Minnesota caucus system is the cornerstone to grassroots organization in Minnesota. So this is the way that we ensure that the political parties are run by the citizens, we the people, and not by special interests or that we have a say in the process. A voice, yeah.
I like that. You know, I remember some of the stories being told about our founding fathers meeting in the taverns.
Right.
You know, and this is a little version of that.
Yeah,
We're not
absolutely.
meeting in taverns, I don't think. But
You could, but mostly they don't.
Right.
Mostly schools and community centers, sometimes churches.
Yes. So, Laura, where do I find out where I go, or how do I participate in my local precinct caucus?
Well, the major political parties in Minnesota, and right now we have two, are required to hold a precinct caucus every 2 years on the even years. And so they get together and they choose a date. In 2026, they've chosen February 3rd, and they'll both start at 7 p.m.
You mean all across the state?
All across the same time.
Wow.
That helps prevent any shenanigans. Like, you go to the political party that you most identify with. So the Republicans ask that you, in general, support Republican candidates before you attend the precinct caucus.
Oh, that's really important.
Yeah, so in January, approximately in January, you can go to the Minnesota Secretary of State's site, and they will have a caucus finder that will help you find your location. And we'll put that down here at the bottom in our description.
And I was just going to point out, because the city that I live in, it is a small city, but there are multiple precincts within that city. So I used to think that, I just meet with everybody in my city because we have a small town, we know each other, and we just, all of our, the Republicans, we meet together. But that's not exactly true in all cities.
Correct.
There can be multiple precincts. So check that Minnesota Secretary of State website to make sure that you know where you need to go to participate in person on February 3rd, 2026. Alrighty, so we talked a little bit about where to go and how to participate, how you get started. Are there any fees? Do I have to do something special for this?
Nope, you don't have to sign up ahead of time. There's no ticket to buy. It's just a free community organization. You have to be eligible to vote. So you have to be of voting age, 18, or you have to be 18 by the time the November election happens. You have to be a U.S. citizen. You are not required to be registered with the political parties, just a supporter of their candidates and their ideas.
Okay. So tell me, Laura, what does actually happen at the precinct caucus?
So the first thing you'll do at the caucus is you elect your precinct leadership. So they'll run the meeting, and generally your political parties will have someone chosen to start that meeting. You can choose to keep them as your precinct leadership, or you can choose one of your other neighbors to run the meeting. You will also discuss and vote on resolutions. Resolutions are ideas that people might want to have in the party platform. So those resolutions will go all the way up the convention ladder to the state convention, and potentially could be included in the party communication and the party platform.
I like that. This is truly where your voice can be heard. Those resolutions are actually very important. So if you have a concern on your heart that you think would be very important to impact our culture and to impact the party, that's where you would present that at the precinct caucus. I always wondered that.
Yeah, and the next thing you do is you will elect delegates to the next level of convention, which is the local party unit. That's usually organized by county or by your Senate district or your House district. And
okay, so I've attended my precinct caucus, and I have now I've been elected a delegate. What happens next?
So at that stage, you're a delegate to your local party unit. Your BPOU is what Republicans call it. And so you go to that convention, and at that local party unit convention, you will do much the same thing. You will potentially elect party leadership at that level. You will discuss those resolutions submitted at the precinct caucuses, and you'll move the ones that the group likes forward to the congressional district, and you will elect delegates from that larger precinct delegate pool. You'll elect some of those folks to go represent your area at the congressional district convention and the state convention.
Okay, so people don't just automatically show up on the ballot on November 3rd when we go vote.
Right.
There's a whole process behind this on how those candidates are chosen. And what is the importance of having all of these endorsings and the endorsing conventions and these primaries? Why do we have those? Is it better for the candidate? Is it better for us as we the people and our voice? I think both, but let's talk about that.
I think the intention of the caucuses and electing delegates and endorsing candidates is so that you can have a grassroots growth structure. The political parties, like our founding fathers, were concerned that the political parties would become controlled and taken over, and that the people of the country wouldn't have a voice. So this is that process. The caucus and the endorsing and becoming a delegate is that process for the people to have control over the political parties, have influence over who's going to be on the ballot.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Do you like to caucus?
I do, because we get together with other people that I talk to over coffee on a daily basis, and this is our chance to actually participate in the political process. Everybody participates here. This is the whole foundation of our Constitution, our constitutional rights to be able to come and participate in the political process and to decide who gets to be on the ballot when we vote in November.
Yeah, that's very important.
So let's kind of review again, because we talked a lot about a lot of different steps and a lot of different conventions. So the basic thing that we want people to take away from here is go to that Minnesota Secretary of State's office, find out where your precinct level is going to be meeting for a caucus on February 3rd, 2026. So that's coming here right around the corner. Find out where that is and participate. And then from there, where does it go from the precinct? If you can take us through that, the precinct to the
basic party unit, which is in outstate Minnesota, it's generally around counties. In some other areas, it's around your Senate or House district.
Okay, what's the next step after that?
If you choose to, you can be done there, but you could run for a congressional. For the next step in delegate status is to go to the congressional and state party conventions.
Okay, so you are elected. You choose to say, I would like to be considered to be a delegate or an alternate, and then the people at that convention vote for you. Okay, and then after you said the BPOU and the Senate district, you go on to the congressional district?
Congressional district. Minnesota currently has 8 congressional districts. You might hear it referred to as a CD, CD7, CD8, CD1, CD6.
Okay, exciting. And then we also have a couple of other advancements after that is the State Central Committee and then the State Convention.
Yeah, Central Committee is another position within the party structure you can run for. But when you're selected as a congressional and state convention delegate, those are the two commitments you've made.
Okay, well, that was a lot of fun, Laura.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, and it was super informational. I hope you guys all found, maybe learned something new and are inspired to take part of the political process and to have an impact on the next generation and to affect the future and just be impactful in our culture. So
absolutely.
We'll see you at the next caucus, February 3rd, 7:00 p.m. at your local precinct, 2026.
Yeah, let us know if you're going to go in the comments. That'll be great.
Awesome.
Oh, I should.